afternoon. Good afternoon. What's up, people? I am Dee Dee Adams, Mayor Pro Tem and Council Member of the North Ward here in Winston-Salem, welcoming you today to the William R. Anderson Jr. Community Center Upgrades Ribbon Cutting. Brought to you by the bond referendum. We want to thank all of you for that, because none of this would be possible of what you've seen, the quarry and other things, Bellevue over here in the, I'm going to steal your words, Council Member, the sensational Southeast Ward. Right now, we are going to have a message. We're going to follow the program, but we have a message from the Mayor, Alan Jones, again, bringing you greetings from the Mayor and the City Council. He was unable to be here today, but we have a message from him.
Hello everyone, I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and I'm so sorry I could not be with you in person today, but I wanted to be a part of this ribbon cutting to the reopening, so to speak, of the Roscoe Anderson Center here in Winston-Salem. You know, I knew Roscoe very well. I worked with him when I was the Assistant Director of the Recreation Department many years ago, and Roscoe was a consummate professional, loved recreation. He loved providing good opportunities for our youth and our senior adults here in our community. So it was so fitting when this facility was named for him. And today we're coming to celebrate the reworking of the center, the new basketball court that's honoring our good friend Josh Howard, who's here today. And Josh, I'm sorry I can't be with you, but I just wanted to do this video to say I'm so proud of this facility, so proud and thankful for the voters of Winston-Salem who approved the bonds back in 2018 that gave us the resources to do these projects across our city. So congratulations to everyone, and we look forward to seeing this facility really being utilized. Thank you.
I want to thank you, Mayor Jones. I want to recognize the Roscoe, Mr. Anderson's family. Any of his family here, would you raise your hand or stand, holler? Yeah. Thank you, thank you. I also want to recognize an elected official this year, County Commissioner Tanya McDaniels, and County Commissioner Fleming Alameen with the duper hat on over there. Thank you all again. Also want to recognize the city staff, City Manager Lee Garrity and all of the staff. Would you just raise your hand, all of the staff? And now I'm going to call up the man of the Southeast Ward, Councilmember James Taylor.
Good afternoon. Oh, let's do that one more time. Good afternoon. My name is James Taylor. I bring you greetings on behalf of the residents of the sensational Southeast Ward. And the work that we're doing here today is one of the reasons why I believe we're so sensational. I look around the room, I see family and friends that I was born and raised with. I'm a native son of this community, and it feels good to say this. Over the last several years, I'm proud to say that this community has seen over $40 million worth of investment. And today we cut the ribbon on the culmination of that investment. Let's give everybody a round of applause. There's a few people I just want to thank before I get out of your way. First of all, the city manager and his staff has been mentioned. I give honor to you guys. I give honor to the Parks and Recs director, Mr. William Royston, who put on a first-class gym. Everything you do is first class, brother. Thank you. I give honor to Kanika Brown and the Reynolds Park Road Morningside Neighborhood Association. I see, look, you're gonna miss somebody when you start calling names. I see the fire chief, Mayo, we've got everybody in here. This is a wonderful event, and we couldn't do it without all of you. Before I take my seat, I do want to recognize the Josh Howard Foundation and Josh Howard. So, as Josh makes his way this way, I want to give honor to a person who's always behind the scenes before I talk a little bit about Josh, and that's Steve Nivens. And if you know Steve, he never asks for any credit. He's always behind the scenes, brother. And I thank you for your work in this community. Now, we're dedicating this court to Josh Howard and the man of the hour. I do have a proclamation from the mayor and a resolution from my office, and I'm gonna give that to him in just a second. But I do want to say this. I grew up in the Bellevue community. Josh Howard grew up in the Morningside community. I went to the only real high school on the south side, and that's Parkland High School. My Parkland family in the house. Josh Howard attended Glenn High School. But let me say this. He did go to Parkland for a year, but I'm gonna say this about Josh. Even when he was in the league, you could always count on him to come back home. He never had to have a whole bunch of cameras around him. He's always been a genuine and thoughtful person, and you deserve this day, brother. Thank you for everything you've done for this community. We honor you today, and we're happy to cut this ribbon with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Howard.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Councilmember Taylor, and you'll be hearing more from them later. At this moment, I want to recognize the council members that are here, and right now we have Councilmember Annette Scipio of the East Ward. Please.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, and good afternoon to everyone. I don't know if you know how special this day is. Councilmember Taylor mentioned Parkland High School, but before there was a Parkland High School serving this area, there was an Anderson Junior Senior High School. And as we know, that school no longer exists. Of course, the building does. It's really important that we celebrate our history, every part of it, and to put this day in the proper context. Those of you who don't know, there was a time when people like me could not come to this center. We could not swim in the pool. We were not allowed at the beautiful park that had the merry-go-round. That was a time many years ago. And I want to say I am so happy we have moved forward. We have stepped into a time not totally complete, but when the color of your skin does not determine your opportunity. And I'm so happy that we now have this wonderful facility we've invested in to make it beautiful for all of our residents. And I ask you to join me in celebrating the magnificent leadership we have in our city that had the vision. It's you who voted for those bonds to make this happen. So I thank you.
As our late Mayor Pro Tem Burke used to say, I'm going to take a point of privilege and recognize some more elected officials. We have Representative Evelyn Terry, the legislature of District 71. Representative Terry, hello. We also have School Board Member Alex Bohannon standing right beside her. You all draw dignitaries, I see. I got to work on my game, Councilmember Taylor. Right now, we're going to hear from our Parks and Recs Director, William Royston, who is already leaving his mark on the city of Winston-Salem for many decades to come. Mr. Royston, please come forward.
Thank you for the kind words, Mayor Pro Tem Adams. I had a list of things I wanted to go over, but I believe some of my more distinguished speakers before me have already mentioned those. But I would like to first give thanks to the citizens of Winston-Salem that voted for the bond referendum that's allowing us to transform this park system into a state-of-the-art park system that we can all work, live, and play right here in our hometown. So I want you all to give yourself a round of applause for that. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank City Council and the City Manager's Office and the City leadership for allowing us to push the limits in terms of what you can expect from our Recreation and Parks Department. As many of you have been in this gym prior to the renovations, I think that what we have now, what you're going to be using in the years to come, will set the standard of what you can expect as we move forward. I'd like to take a minute to thank Brian McCorkle. I'm not sure if Brian is here in the room. Brian has done an absolute fabulous job. Brian has done an absolute fabulous job, and if anybody knows that when the basketball league is going on here at W.R. Anderson, you can't find a parking spot. I just want to tip my hat to Brian and his staff, my assistant director and all of her staff for making this recreation center one of the finest in the city. And also like to thank Josh Howard, Steve Nevis, and the Josh Howard Foundation. I mean, many years ago, we did an outdoor basketball court dedication many years ago, and Josh came down. This is back, I believe, when you were an active player. He came down, brought Mark Cuban with him. Josh has always been and remain interested in making sure that he gives back to the community. So I want to tip my hat to you, Josh. Thank you so much. And one other person and one other group I would like to thank, this young lady standing in front of me that's taking pictures right now, helped design this floor that we're celebrating today. So give her a hand. It's just a true testament on how teamwork within the city can make great things happen. Thank you all, and I hope that you enjoy this wonderful new gym renovation. Thank you.
I want to, again, take personal privilege. Brian McCorkle, tell him who helped raise you. I met Brian McCorkle when he came on the Housing Authority Commission, and he was like still wet behind the ears. I had to take him under my wing and show him how to get stuff done. Right, Brian? That's my baby. I'm like Miss Burke now. That's one of my babies. Josh, I know your family too. Our families go way back. Atkins, Roz, all of them, your sisters. Yeah. Right now, I'm calling up Josh Howard to say something. I'm doing good.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I used to dream that I was your height.
Yeah. Well, if you can only imagine having to buy clothes my height, it's kind of hard. Oh, man. What a day, y'all. First off, I'd like to thank everybody that came out to support this event. Definitely told myself I wasn't going to tear up because I know y'all tired of seeing me on YouTube crying. When I got the call, you know, the first thing I could think about was just how blessed and truly honored it could be to be me and to be from this great city of Winston-Salem. And the first thing that came to mind is leaving my grandma's house over there in Morningside, cutting through the woods, jumping over that fence that stops you from running through the golf course to get to this wreck every day in the summer. And I'm saying that to say that I'm a product of the Parks and Rec system. From a young age, from a young age, when my grandma and my mom first let me jump off the porch and they trusted me to walk up to the wreck and walk my butt right back home, till when I got to Wake Forest and Mr. Charlie Davis gave me the opportunity to come and work for the Parks and Recs. And when I did that, that's when I realized my calling was to come back and help my community. One of the things that I learned from that is To reach one is to teach one, and you have to be touched, meaning I didn't care about my celebrity. I wanted my people in Winston-Salem to know that they had somebody right here just like them coming right back home and helping. So I'm very, very thankful and honored. City council members, all y'all, I love y'all to death. You don't understand what I think about it, y'all, as far as like me living in Dallas, because that is my home now. But I'm always connected to Winston, so I pay attention to what's going on. I follow everybody on Instagram. The ones who do know, that's my way of keeping up with y'all. So if I don't follow you, don't be mad. Just follow me and be patient with me, because I'm going to follow you back. But just in the meantime, I want everybody just to stay safe and stay true. And I think JT or Ms. Adams, one of y'all said it, just being genuine. That goes a long way in my book. I don't give a D what you got going on. If you genuine about yourself, that's going to show, and that's going to always be the first thing people see about you. So stay genuine. Thank y'all, and I'll be looking to see y'all out here on this court a lot. Thank you.
Don't sit down, Josh. Don't sit down. We get ready to cut the ribbon. All you folks, Brian.
Good evening, everyone. Before two of our council people leave, we want to present them with some flowers. Can we give them a round hand of applause for what they do for our city in Winston-Salem? Ms. Dee Dee Adams and Ms. Scipio, could you all step up here to the mic, please? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. What we just witnessed was pure history, so I need us to make some noise. I know you can do better than that. I need you guys to make some noise.
Make some noise. Josh, congratulations. A product of Glenn High School. Glenn High School, and the Bobcats in the house. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, why don't you guys just stand up and make some noise?
Josh was Coach Cloud right-hand man, and Coach Cloud had to talk to Josh, about what kind of plays to run. He said, "Come on, Josh, I need your help. What we doing? Ain't that right, Ty?" All right.
I'm so honored to be here today. You guys, I am so proud. Yes, I'm from Morningside. Morningside pride. Y'all know I like to hear some noise. Today, we are here honoring Josh Howard. Y'all all know who Josh Howard is. He's right here to the right of us. And we're also here honoring William R. Anderson, Jr. Yes. Yes.
So at this time, we're going to move along this train. For the motivational statement, I'd like to call up Dr. Marcus Barr.
Greetings, everybody. All right, I need some interaction. Everybody, greetings. All right, I need you to talk back with me. I want to encourage many of you that are in this room today to be the best of who you are. Don't allow anybody or anything to stop you from becoming greater. You're in the right place at the right time to rewrite history on your life. You need to know this, that whatever you're going through, you're coming out pure as gold. There's nothing that can stop you or hinder you but you. You are a created force. You have been chosen by consciousness to become better and better every day and every way. I want you to lean to your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, We're in the right place at the right time for a mighty move. It does not matter what you're going through today. Your life is just about to change in the next second. I know that we all have been in the height of this pandemic, and many have gone through many experiences, but I need to tell you, all is well. All is well, that life is coming to be better and better every day in every way. I don't care what you're going through right now. Touch somebody close to you and tell them it's getting better. Every day, in every way. All right, I want you to affirm with me. Everybody stand real quick. And I want you to repeat these words after me. I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. I am victorious. I am enough. I am love, and I am joy, and I am peace. Affirm that ashe. You can be seated. Before I get ready to take my seat, I want to leave these words with you. You have been created with something greater on the inside of you, and rewrite your story. We all have a story. We're all here on a divine purpose. Do not get it twisted that you're here by your jobs and by just being in demotion, but realize that you're here on a purpose. We all have a destination on this planet, and it's important for you to show up so consciousness can show out. If you're in agreement with me, shout amen.
All right, after hearing that, I'm ready to take up an offering. I got the ushers over there on the doors. I need the ushers over there at the doors. Don't let nobody out. Don't let nobody out. Just catch them at the edge. Just say, I need the 10% before you walk on out, okay? All right. Go ahead, baby.
Let me use this. I decided to borrow his mic. Now we're going to have reflections by a man, by a gentleman, by a leader, by this wonderful, wonderful guy that takes the South Ward and just turns it into something magical. He's a friend. He's someone that we can call. I have actually called him way after hours when we were trying to save the post office on the South Side. And he answers the phone. I want to introduce to you Mr. James Taylor.
All right, good people, I won't be before you long. And to be honest, until I stepped to this podium, I had no idea what I was going to talk about. I just know I came in here to celebrate. The only thing I'm going to leave you with, I mentioned before, I'm born and reared in this community. As I look over the audience, I see so many people who were born and reared in this community. We can do anything we want to do. We can be anything we want to be. And don't let a geographic location stop you. To my young folks in the room, you can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. Don't let a geographic location stop your shine. Josh Howard is proof you can do it. The other folks in this room are proof that you can do it. And let me say one more thing to my young folks. You were educated by the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. You went to the Boys and Girls Club. You went to the rec center. One thing that stuck out to me about LeBron James is when he was in Cleveland, he said that he was going to take for a little while his talents to South Beach. He ended up coming back to Cleveland, and what that shows you is you were educated by the school system, you were raised by this village. No matter who you become, make sure you bring your talents back to the city of Winston-Salem and build this community like so many around you have done. I want to thank everybody for being a part of my village. Thank everybody for being a part of this village. And I appreciate everything you did to help this city be a better place to live, work, and relax. I'm going to leave you with this. About 2 years ago, I was here in this gym. On Martin Luther King Day, there was this big tournament, and there was a lot of young folks out here playing basketball. There was a young lady who pulled me to the side who was a volunteer parent on behalf of the parents in here and said, Mr. Taylor, you see the condition of this gym? We need your help. You voted for the bonds, but we worked really hard to get this $500,000 put on the bond referendum because you asked for it. I don't see a need to have any more community meetings. I don't see a need to have any more town halls, let me say that. We're always going to have community meetings. You told us what you wanted. You wanted a community that's safe. You want a community that's prosperous. And you can look around, whether it's Quarry Park, whether it's Salem Lake, whether it's the golf course. As I said, you've seen over $40 million of investment in this community. Look forward to more, and thank you for everything you did to help make this happen.
All right, next up is our guest speaker. I enjoy watching this young man when he was balling at Wake Forest, and then the way he crossed up that dude from Carolina, and then he just stepped over him and went on back down the court like, what's up? So our guest speaker for the evening is Mr. Randolph Childress. Give him a round of applause, please.
Hey guys, can everyone hear me? Good. First, I'd like to thank everyone for having me here. Just an honor to be here. I know you guys are honoring Josh. So proud of him and everything he's accomplished. Privileged to call him a brother. I've known him for quite some time. We were in the back earlier sharing stories about what a place like this does, how it helps build people like us. It ranges from the children to generations. Generations of our people have been raised, and it's the first times of everything in a place like this, and we're no different. We get a lot of notoriety at times because we do certain things with basketball, but a lot of pros come out of facilities like this. Jobs, careers, those are professional as well, and you guys need to be acknowledged just as much as we are. On a personal note, I really have to thank Josh. I know he's getting honored in the gym tonight, but for me personally, when I returned back to Winston 11 years ago, Josh introduced me to my wife, so I'm eternally grateful for that. Depending on the day. I don't know if she feels that way all the time, but I think we're good today, so it's a great day today. So I thank you, Josh, for that. Again, couldn't happen to a better person. I think he's an example of no matter where you start, how you can grow, and what you can achieve. There are no limitations. And I hope to every young woman and young man today are watching, have seen him. He's an example of what you can become in this community with the support of so many others. You know, when you young men and women are going up, places like this, they're first. For me, it was learning how to swim and play basketball. And believe me, when we started in these gyms, we weren't very good either. The bumps and the bruises kind of taught us, you know, the lay of the land. And the older generations, you know, you passing down your knowledge. You know, that's where the saying comes from. It takes a village to raise us. And it'll take a village to raise these young men and women that we're raising right now. I don't want to take up too much of your time again, but I do want to, sorry about that. I do want to share a couple of things with our young group. I encourage you to watch your thoughts, because when your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits become your character. And with that becomes your destiny. And in closing, I'd like to say, for everyone here, I think it follows us all, you have to serve before you lead. You got to serve. And that doesn't matter. That's in your household or that's in the workplace. It works no matter where you go. You're serving your wife or you're in trouble at home, but in the work world it works. And I stress you guys, we're in a great community. I know Josh said Dallas is home. Well, Winston-Salem will always be my home, so we're just kind of alternating right now. So when he can't fill in and be visible, I will. So congratulations, Josh, again. I love you. Thanks you guys for supporting me.
Thank you, Mr. Childress. Y'all, let's just make some more noise. I'm so proud of this moment today. I'm so overly excited about this moment today. The floor is gorgeous. You guys, if you haven't already took a peek at it, take a peek at it. It's gorgeous. Before we go any further, I want to just say thank you to a very special person that may or may not be in the building, and her name is Nancy. That would be Josh's mom. She's on FaceTime right now. Where is she? Nancy, this one is for you, girl. I remember when I was just a teenager, maybe even younger than that, I don't know. But I remember how you used to come to the house with your kids, and you were on your way to St. Peter's. You and my sister, who is also in the building. And I remember this spirit that Nancy has always had every time you're in her presence. Not some of the time. Y'all know what sometimey people are? That's not Nancy. Every time I see Nancy, she has this big smile on her face. And her and my sister, they're on their way to church with the kids. And I remember when Josh was little. Well, he was never little, but you know what I mean. And I also remember when my mom passed away, and I remember how Nancy stood on my front porch and gave me one of the biggest, warmest hugs that I still feel on today. So I want to give honor to you, Nancy, because this is a product of what happens when you put your kids in church and when you teach your kids the right things. It's a difference when you take your children and teach them the right way. So I want to give honor to Nancy Howard. Thank you for giving us Josh. At this time, I would like to bring up Kanika Brown, the president of the Morningside and Reynolds Park Road Association.
Good evening. How's everyone doing today? Thank you. I'm not going to stand before you all long. First of all, I want to thank God for making this possible. I'm going to say a couple of names, ask you all to stand, raise your hand, and we're going to keep this program moving. First of all, I want to thank my board members. Where are my board members at? Could you all please stand? I could not do anything without my board members. We are a team. We put in a lot of work in this community. I know Councilman Taylor gets tired of my phone calls, but it is what it is. Thank you. Also, I want to ask our coaches that's here, please stand. Any coaches here? Thank you, coaches. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, coaches. I'm going to ask the Afro-Mexican Society to please stand. They here? Thank you. Thank you so much. At this time, I'm going to ask our honorees who are being honored today, please stand. Let's give them a round hand of applause. Thank you, honorees, for your service and what you do. Thank you so much. Our elected officials, thank you. Can you all raise your hands? Thank you so much for what you all do for our city. I know you all have a challenging job, but we keep you all in our prayers because I know it's hard at times. Thank you for what you do for our great city. On that note, I'm going to close out, and I would like for all our youth to stand. Where are youth at? Youth, please stand. And I say this also to all adults. Watch the words you speak over our kids' lives. Watch your words. Watch your actions. Watch your words and watch your action. They are watching what you do, what we do as people. Watch that. We wonder why some of our kids are not in good standards. Look at your household. Look at your parents. Look at how you're living. Look at what you're putting on social media. We see everything. So be careful what you're posting. And our youth as well, be careful what you're posting. That track record will follow you for the rest of your life. So be careful. Say what, brother? It will follow you for the rest of your life. Be careful. Watch the company you keep. Watch the company. You know, you might have to, one day your family might have to be calling one of our council members for a favor because of your behavior. Tawana, come on up. She's Tawana from ESR, from Winston-Salem. They do a lot of work in our great city.
Hello, everyone. You know, there's a great scripture that talks about, be ye always ready. Thank you very much. I am Tawana Wellman Roebuck from Experiment in Self-Reliance. I am proud and count it all joy to be here today for this wonderful celebration. I have two sons, Lonnie and Anthony Wellman, that played basketball in this gym. Experiment in Self-Reliance is an agency that's been around for a very long time. We started in 1964. And I want to invite everyone to come out and see us. We have services available if you're experiencing some difficulties associated with COVID, lost hours, and so forth. Come by to see us at ESR. We're located on 3480 Dominion Street, right across near Patterson Avenue, and right near Haynes Hosiery, another wonderful recreational center. So again, I want to thank you all today for being here. I'm honored to be here as a part of this great celebration. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to move forward back to our host. Thank you, Mr. Dion and Ms. Shockey.
All right, we're finna get into the fun part of the program. The award presentation. For all these high school athletes that's done put in the work, now it's time for you to be rewarded for the work that you have put in. To present the awards, we would like to have Dr. S.D. Patterson to come forward, please.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Today, we are here to recognize some high school athletes who, during the COVID-19 pandemic, prevailed through adversity. And they took their team and themselves to the next level. And we are here to just recognize a few student athletes. So once I call your name, please come here and stand in front of the cameras. The first person we want to recognize is Miss Lania Sims from East Forsyth High School. Right here. All right. All right. Good. The next student athlete is Mr. Chase Adams. All righty. The next student athlete is Mr. Caden Davis from R.J. Reynolds High School. He is going to Fayetteville State to continue his football career. Amen. The next student athlete is Mr. Trenton Dozer from East Forsyth High School. The next student athlete is from the state champion Mount Tabor Spartans. And he was also the MVP of the state championship game, Mr. Lance Joshua Patterson. Now, Lance is a product of this facility right here during the basketball season. The next award goes to our volunteer, Mr. Matthew Blyther. Our next student athlete is part of the Mount Tabor Championship team as well, Mr. Max Urin. Max is going to North Carolina Central University to continue his football career. Amen. The next student athlete is Mr. R.J. Brown from East Forsyth. Fred R.J. Brown, all right. The next one is Mr. Antonio Yates from R.J. Reynolds High School. Antonio Yates is going to Appalachian State to continue his football career. And we have a special recognition for our last student athlete.
At this time, we'd like to present the Golfer Award to Mr. Isaiah Trollinger.
Now, before I call the Mad Hatter to come up here, I just want to let you know that he's about to introduce this coach who changed Mount Tabor High School history. Through all the adversity, he came forward and he brought a state championship game and title home to Mount Tabor High School. And as my good brother, the Mad Hatter, come on up. That's it, the Mad Hatter. He is going to present the Coach of the Year to my main man, Coach T-Shawn Brown. Hold on.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? How we feeling out here today? Everybody good? All right. My name is Mad Catter. Okay, check the program. It's Mad Catter. That's C-A-T-T-A-H. Okay. All right, they're in the Panther fans in the house. Where we at? Where we at? Okay. All right. Y'all already know when I say keep, you say. That's what I'm talking about. Be a little bit rusty. I know it's the off season still, but we're going to tighten it up before the game start rolling, okay? So, yeah, my name is Mad Catter, born and raised here in Morningside, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Pleasant Street. You hear me? Okay? So that's where it all started from, and let me tell you, I can be kind of long-winded because that's what I do, but look, I'm going to tell the youth right now, listen to what I'm saying. I am the real human cat in the hat. That's me. And let me tell you, don't let nobody discourage you from using your own creativity and you make it do what it do, okay? It's gonna be haters, it's gonna be folk on your staff, and they gonna jump off, but you keep on trucking, okay? This costume and this outfit has been a blessing to me. I met a lot of people in this costume, and this is my opportunity to reach out to the community. That's what it's all about for me, okay? So I thank you. I'm about to wrap it up because I'm going on, but I'm here to do the Coach of the Year, okay? And his name is Theon, no, give me it right, let me get it right, I done got hype. T-Shawn Brown. T-Shawn Brown, boop, 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 let's go. You. Congratulations, Mr. Brown.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for the cat in the hat. At this time, we want to give a special thank you, and we also want to recognize Mr. Dalton Contracting. Could you just wave your hands in the air? Mr. Dalton is responsible for the beautiful floor that you guys are walking on. We'll walk on. We'll dribble on, exercise on, or whatever, all the things that we do on the floor. Let's give it up for Mr. Dalton. At this time, we would like to bring up Jennifer Costello. Hi, Jennifer.
So we are going to proceed with giving out our awards for Volunteers of the Year. And one of our first recipients, a person that I've worked with as well during many volunteer events, Mr. Arthur Green, if you could please step up. Now, I've served with Art doing volunteering at different events. He likes to help out at Bethesda Shelter. You've probably seen him out there feeding the homeless. At our shelter, Memorial Day, 4th of July. He had surgery and he was still meeting up, trying to plan out how he was gonna feed them. I said, Art, are you sure you wanna do this? He had just been released from surgery, but he has a mission to serve. So thank you, Art, for all you've done for our community. Our next recipient is Ms. Keisha Robinson. Thank you for all you do to serve our community. And our last volunteer of the year, Mr. Matthew Blither. Blyther. Thank you for all you do for our community. So we've got a few more, so just bear with us here, guys. We've got a lot of people. Winston-Salem is a great city for people to come and serve, and I know you guys all know that. We're a very philanthropical city, so Miss Darlene Talbot of Sony's Thrift Store, if she could please come up. Or representative. And Ms. Megan Bryan, city author and activist. Ms. Megan Bryan. At this moment, we would like to welcome Ms. Lisa Terry as another superhero volunteer. Ms. Terry is the Director of Financial Pathways. Okay. We thank her for her service to our community. And then we'd also like to congratulate Peyton Owen. Peyton Owen for his exemplary volunteer work. He's coming. Thank you, Peyton. And Andy Ball. Andy Ball. Come on up, Mr. Ball. Woo! Oh, he's ready. Thank you for all you do. And also, we would like to congratulate and recognize Michael Collision. Here he comes. Thank you, sir, for everything you do for our community. And another superhero volunteer, Jacob Hauser. We thank you, Jacob, for your service to our community. Oh, he's coming. Come on, Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. And also at this time, we would like to recognize Colton Owen. Colton Owen. Come on, Colton. Come on, Colton. Listen, guys, it doesn't take a lot for you to give yourself to our community. It doesn't matter how old you are or where you come from or what you do. We all have something in us that we can offer to make this world a better place. So find your strengths and go out there and put your part and to do this, to make this world a better place. And together we can continue to build up our community here in lovely Winston-Salem. Thank you guys for all your work.
At this time, we would like to call Brian McCorkle up to help me present. I like that. We'd like to call a family member up for Mr. Anderson. Big Johnson. Hi. Okay.
Hello, I'm Deidre Anderson. I'm the niece of William R. Anderson, Jr. And this is my cousin Rusty, his son. I just want him to say a couple of words, and then I'm going to say something else.
Hello, I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm William R. Anderson III. My dad was the junior, so they just call me Rusty. That's okay. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. This is a blessing. And I know he is so up there, he's looking down and he's honored. I know he's got to. And I want to give thanks to my beautiful mother. Can get my family to stand, please?
Everybody?
Everyone?
Everybody.
Okay. Okay. I want to give thanks to my beautiful mother, Melinda M. Anderson, the wife of William R. Anderson, Jr. That's my lovely daughter, Sierra. That's his brother, my Uncle Rudy Anderson.
Hey,
Uncle Rudy. Yes.
Actually, my father is 94, and his lovely wife, Flonnie T. Anderson, who taught at Anderson High School and Parkland, is 91, and we're truly grateful to have them in the house. Oh, and Uncle Roscoe's name, if we look around, is on the floor. Oh my goodness, this is God at work. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you so much. We appreciate the city of Winston-Salem. And Josh, I don't know if you remember me, but I was your assistant coach at Piedmont Bible College. Yeah. For a little while. But it's truly a great experience. Thank your foundation. Thank the city of Winston-Salem for all that you do. And it does take a village to raise a child. We lead by example. Thank you.
So we're going to get y'all to stand up. Oh, sure. Come on, Josh. We want you to stand with us. Okay. Johnson. You got one more. You go ahead. Okay.
At this time, I would like to recognize Vic Johnson. Y'all remember Vic Johnson Golf Clinic? He done the golf clinic for 22 years. Come on up, kids. These are some of his last babies that he taught in golf. And Mr. Johnson always talked about, I'm a winner. And what we're going to do, Dr. Johnson, y'all see his wife is over there, Dr. Constance Johnson. Wave your hand, Doc. Dr. Johnson, thank you. This is from the Johnson family. I'm a winner by Vic Johnson. He taught over 22 years a free golf clinic. Yeah, for 22 years. And also with Vic, because of him, middle school has golf. Middle school golf in there in Winston-Salem. But Vic, what he used to do during the course of the year, not only teach golf, he went to every kid in school that participated in the program to check on their academics. Also, Vic, if anytime we need something, him and Dr. Johnson, they was all still here. I mean, they still here. She still helps us out. But we want to say we love Vic, and we'll never forget Mr. Johnson. And this picture is going to be in the office. I mean, in the hallway here at the center. So this is Vic Johnson. And at the end, we're going to take a picture with you, Doc. Okay? All right. Thank you. Have a seat. Yeah. Okay, go have a seat. At this time is Jamal Womble here. Jamal Womble. Jamal Womble. He's the son of Larry Womble. Everybody remember Larry Womble, our state representative? Come on up, Jamal. He just passed in the spring, along with Vic. Larry done a lot here at Reynolds Park. And also, before he passed, we started a chess club here. And his son teaches the chess club here during the summer months and throughout the year. So let's not forget about Larry Womble. Thank you.
Excuse me.
I want to thank everyone for coming out today. This has been a wonderful event. It's going down in history. I'm so proud. I cannot tell you how proud I am. Josh Howard, you're outstanding. I love you. Randolph Childers, thank you so much for being here. The city of Winston-Salem, you guys. I told Brian McCorkle not to go too far because he's coming right back to give us our closing remarks.
Oh, we got me closing?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we close, we're going to have Steve Nivens come up. Come on up, Steve. I'm going to lower the mic for you.
I'm taller than him. I'm Steve. If y'all don't know me. You feel me? First off, I wanted to say thank you, to the city for always sticking behind us and giving us the opportunity to do the things we're able to do in the community. Want to say thank you to Mr. Bryan. Known Mr. Bryan since Pop Warner. He always been a good role model. I think highly of him. JT, I know Mr. Taylor since high school, middle school, high school. I used to give him buckets also. But I also want to just give my right-hand man a good thank you also, and just want to tell him thank you for the opportunity. Because if I didn't have the opportunity, then I wasn't able to do some of the things we are able to do in the community. And we don't do it to get noticed, even though we love that y'all noticing us. That's a blessing that we being noticed. But we just do it for the strength of our hearts because our family raised us like that, and that's just the way we was taught. So other than that, I just want to say thank you. Let me put the mic down for the short guy.
At this time, we'd like to call up Captain Ed Bradshaw. This is what a captain looks like, you guys. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. I would have to come up following the short joke and sitting next to Mr. Josh Howard, but I was just going to introduce myself. But first, let me, on behalf of Chief Katrina Thompson, thank Ms. Kanika Brown for the invitation, City Council, and everyone here today. Notice I said I was just going to introduce myself, and then the motivational words got to me over here, and I started coming up with stuff, so I'll just go ahead and put them out. I would be remiss not to discuss two things. One, community. We're in a community center. We're together as a community. We can't do our job without the community. And so I asked for a couple of things. Some continued cooperation, continue raising our children right, so we don't have to fight the same battles in the future that we're fighting now. And thank you. I would also like to discuss opportunity. Mr. Josh Howard discussed opportunity, the gentleman before him. This today is an opportunity for all of us. For the kids coming out, maybe on the basketball court they become the next Mr. Josh Howard. Maybe in real life they become the next Ben Piggott, or so many other leaders that we have here today. So to the young folks, pick out what you want to do, follow good role models, stay out of trouble, and reach your goals. My name again is Captain Ed Bradshaw. I started my police career in this area. This was my beat when I started. So I'm over this area. I work with Councilmember Taylor. Ms. Kanika Brown is a tremendous advocate for you all. You don't know how often we communicate on problems and how to address those. Councilmember Scipio, we communicate regularly. So please reach out to me if I can do anything for you, and let's be a community.
Thank you, Captain Ed Bradshaw from the Winston-Salem Police Department. Let's give the Winston-Salem Police Department a round of applause for doing a great job in the city of Winston-Salem. Next, we're going to have Chief William Mayo from the Winston-Salem Fire Department. You're tall.
Yeah, Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a privilege that Ms. Brown invited me to come and bring this ceremony to a close this afternoon. I'm really inspired by the dedication of the public-private partnerships that have been established to ensure a stable future for this recreation center that has served the community for 80 years. And I think Ms. Councilmember Scipio's remarks were appropriate earlier, that this facility is now serving all the people, and I think that's extremely important. From the standpoint of public safety, recreation and parks facilities are critical components of the city's infrastructure, as they provide places where particularly our youth can go to learn teamwork, sportsmanship, and pursue academics in a safe and secure environment. The city of Winston-Salem is a machine of many parts, and Recreation and Parks is a part, and the Finance Department is a part, and the Police Department is a part, and it is important for all those parts to work together to create that machine that is the city. I spoke to Coach Howard a little bit before this ceremony started, and I asked him if he would be here today, where he is today, if not for this facility, and he was very quick to tell me that no, he would not have realized the success that he has in life if not for the availability of this facility. But what I want to share with you is that you don't have to be an aspiring NBA player to reap the benefits of facilities like this one. There are plenty of small business owners, elected officials, firefighters, police officers who have, and various professionals, and you've heard some of this from some of the other speakers, but they all can tell you about the critical role that rec centers played in their youth that helped them achieve success later in life. So I want to appreciate the partnership that the fire department has with Recreation and Parks, with the police department. Again, I spoke about that machine. And I'd like to invite all of you to visit our facilities in the area. Fire Station 4 on MLK at Salem Parkway, and then Fire Station 11 is your other facility in this area on Walltown Street. Stop in at your leisure, get a blood pressure check, get a station tour, talk to the crews, particularly you young folks, talk to the crews about a career in the fire service. Thank you for your attendance and support this afternoon. I bid you farewell and a good afternoon. Mr. McNeil, I saw refreshments on the program. Yes, sir. We have refreshments and free throws. There's a rumor of free throws. So what you all are going to do is find out why I'm in the fire business and not in the basketball business. So.
All right. So we can't come to a basketball gym for the opening of the space without somebody taking a few shots. Now, we invited a couple of people that know a little thing or two about basketball. And so of the three, Josh is the only one who is from Winston-Salem, one of your sons. So we're going to start with Josh. Yeah, and then we're going to Mr. Childress, and then we're going to the basketball ringer in city government, the fire chief. Anything before you get started?
If I airball, please do not put this out there. Thank you.
Okay, stand clear. Josh Howard. Josh Howard, everybody. Oh, best out of three. Josh Howard, second attempt. Yeah. Hey, come on, get behind him, come on. Yeah, Josh Howard. Randolph Childress. Hey, somewhere in the world there's a former North Carolina guy still hobbling along because he got shaken out of his shoes by Mr. Randolph Childress. Best of three, and what do you want to say?
So it's the best of three? All right. Don't judge me if I shoot two air balls. Giannis just did, right?
Yeah.
All right.
First shot. No pressure. Let it fly. Oh! You might have to cook your own supper. Yeah, you're cooking your own supper tonight. Hey, that's all right. This is Randolph. Hey, man. Yeah. Okay, fire chief. He's over your fire stations all across the city, takes care of making sure your buildings are inspected, all our places are safe, and if there's fire or medical emergency, he's sending folks to you. What do you have, chief?
I am so glad Randolph missed because I was really, this is going to be the most embarrassing part of my career.
I made it easy to follow, right? You just hit the rim.
All right, Chief Mayo, 6'5", good looking. Here we go. Oh, oh. Well, right now, if he stopped, he'd be tied with Childress. Oh. Still tied with Childress. Oh. Thank you so much.
I know that's your dad.